The Republican Party now looking to regroup. They have chosen their leaders after losing some 20 seats on Election Day, more than that. So what does the GOP actually hope to accomplish when the new Congress returns after the first of the year? Well, let's put that question to one of the members of the party's new leadership team, Michigan Congressman Thaddeus McCotter. He is the Policy Committee Chairman. Congressman, great to see you.
Thanks for having me.
You know, I must say, one of the great books about political exile was actually written by Winston Churchill. It was called The Wilderness Years. I think Republicans should probably be reading that. If Obama proves to be a whole lot smarter than Jimmy Carter or Bill Clinton, and the betting money is that he is, I mean, your party may actually find itself in the wilderness for a very long time. How are you going to survive?
Well, first, we don't want to wind up in the wilderness. I'm from Michigan. It's very chilly out there, and especially if you don't have shelter, you can freeze to death. What we really need to do is start to reacquaint ourselves with the core philosophy of the Republican Party, the principles from which we strayed, and put forward positive solutions where we have principled disagreements with the Democratic Party. As for how President-elect Obama governs and how they go forward, again, the country is a center-right country, and if they decide to govern from the center and on toward the left, then the stark philosophical differences between the parties will emerge. But regardless of that, we have to be prepared, and we will be, to put forward positive solutions where we disagree.
I got you, but look, I mean, if the Democrats actually do get that threshold number of 60 in the U.S. Senate so that a Republican filibuster becomes numerically difficult, if not impossible, I mean, you guys become the party of capitulation and thus irrelevant, don't you?
We will never capitulate where fundamental principles are concerned. The reality is that in the minority, you have a responsibility to put forward better solutions, and we will. Remember, in 2004, people were questioning the continued viability of the Democratic Party as a political organization. And in our own Republican history, we certainly aren't at the point where we were after the Watergate elections, when people were actually taking polls to see if they should rename the Republican Party. So these are difficult times, but they're difficult times for our country. And we will respond by doing our job as a responsible minority.
Well, I mean, maybe part of the problem is the guy at the top. I mean, how is it possible John Boehner, who presided over a disastrous House re-election campaign in which the GOP lost, as I mentioned a moment ago, more than 20 seats, not to mention, by the way, Congressman, the 30 seats that were lost 2 years ago when he was at the helm. I mean, how is it possible that this guy has managed to hang on to his top job, the leader of your party, and tell me why that is not a mistake?
Well, first of all, John Boehner wasn't the leader of the Republican Party. He was the leader of the House. He inherited a situation in 2006, which was a very difficult one to get us through because there had been problems that did not occur on his watch. He was also a steady hand as we entered into the final years of the Bush administration to continue to focus on the House Republican agenda and getting House members elected. We are now entering a period where the party has no clear-cut figure, where they have no one at the top of the helm to steer the ship of state. And what we have done in the House is we've once again turned to John Boehner, the John Boehner who came in as a radical revolutionary for the Republican cause, and is again prepared to lead us into battle. But remember, John Boehner was not the President of the United States.
No, he was the leader of your party in the House, and ever since he was elected, you guys have done nothing but lost jobs, 50 House seats. But we'll leave it at that. Congressman Thaddeus McCotter, thank you very much for being with us. Good luck to you.
Thank you for having me.
Well, President-elect Barack Obama picking his team. Many are seasoned